So the past few days I've been really meditating on like feelings and thinking what is actually the point of feelings, because they can really get in the way of everything, and how maybe it would be easier if God didn't have gave us feelings. Not saying that he did something wrong, but how life would be easier for him and for us. But I was reminded that in the book of Psalms, the Psalms that David wrote were so open. His feelings were completely open in them, literally an open book. We saw him when he was sorrowful, we saw him like full on be angry, and at the end of it all, he still trusts in God. He still trusts in God to help him. He also talks about when God does kind of, help him in these situations, and he still praises them and stuff. So it's one of those things that we shouldn't push our feelings aside as if they mean nothing, but actually we should be honest with our feelings and let our feelings out, but at the end of the day also still having that trust in God to help us and still praising him during those times. But when we push down our feelings, it actually makes things 10 times worse. And when we trust our feelings with other people and we share our feelings with other people, they also help us as well. They help us kind of acknowledge those feelings and help us go through those feelings and help us kind of point out, how we can sort of how your feelings are justified, but also point you to God's word, and remind you, okay, you're feeling these things, but remember, God did this, God did that, God did this. So in all of it, we should still be praising God, but we should also still be acknowledging our feelings, because our feelings at the end of the day is kind of like a cry for help. So people around us can then help us when we are feeling, when we're feeling angry about something, or when we're feeling sad about something. It's that kind of like that warning thing to kind of like, can someone please kind of like see your what's it fine to grab somebody to help you in those situations. But pushing them down and saying that our feelings are just completely like a waste of time can really cause more negative issues, when opposed to when we actually address our feelings, but we align our feelings to God's word.